Alright guys, I was going to do a video that shows after turn 1 against our playtest with the new map. This is with me, Rommel, playing Commander Ironside. He's playing Axis, I'm playing Allies. So after turn 1, you know, Germany basically almost does the same turns. You know, they went after my fleet, did real well. They wound up keeping a battleship, a cruiser, and at the time they had 2 subs. They lost 1 plane to AA. They took a little bit of a big hit taking Paris, but still got Paris. I he was really planning, I think, on doing the bounce on Yugoslavia, but wound up taking all the units. So he didn't get the bounce because I think he's looking at going after Russia right off the bat. So then after that, Japan took their turn, and Japan decided to do a Russian turn move attack. Came in pretty heavy, hit Manchuria. Of course, Manchuria now is part of Russia. Bought a transport and a bomber, I think, but I'd have to look back. But there's this little up front, because now Japan's got that grouping starting right here. They're not spread out. It's all a lot different now. So they wound up moving in 3 of the territories. Got his fleet mostly by Taiwan, and the big fleet he moved over to the Carolinas with the aircraft carriers and stuff. So that was Japan's first kind of turn movement. Then next went the U.S., and the U.S. basically is not at war, and they just kind of repositioned, bought a few things, bought some subs, transports, cruiser, destroyer, whatever, and then moved its fleet up here to the Hawaii Islands with some planes and flew in some more infantry and landed infantry and artillery mech there. The Philippines is still there, and then the common move, the U.S. moved down here to 57. Basically, the Pacific was just beefing up. Now that you know that the new rules that they start out with 2 miners, and anything over 10 IPCs can build 2 factories on it. That includes the United States, and Japan can build another factory if it wants. So that was basically it for that. Then UK came in. Did their turn. Basically, they bought a factory, couple planes, some guys. Since Japan's still up there, they kind of moved a little bit forward. Moved all the ships over, did the standard Iran and Iraq moves, captured that. Pulled back all into Cairo. Built a factory in Belgium, Congo, and I decided to do something different. I just moved my whole fleet over to A31. You'll see in the Italian video they decided to hit it, and I combined it with the French fleet, and the Italians wound up losing everything, and I wound up still left with a cruiser, but I don't think it'll last long with Germany's turn before mine. Moved some planes and reinforced Gibraltar, basically up here. I moved my transport over here. I tried to get his 2 subs. I wound up getting 1 and lost mine. So that was basically a UK turn. Then China. China now is a lot stronger. It's a lot tougher to go. You're going to wind up having the Burma Road almost to me, when I played another game with Junior, it was like I never got the Burma Road. He was able to. I always had a hard time with China when I played Japan, but Burma Road is really kind of set for almost a turn 3. And you're getting that bonuses, and now you got the AA. And so my turn is basically I just consolidated here and bought another AA and artillery and some infantry. And then I annexed over here and sent a cavalry up there and annexed that. So, yeah, so there's, and they're collecting 17. So, or 15 or 16, something like that. So it's going to be a little battle, I think, for Japan. So that makes that a lot interesting. After that turn, Italy decided to do its turn, and like I said, he didn't like my ships over here, so he decided to hit it with everything. The 3 cruisers that have AA now actually took out the bomber, and then he hit it with the 2 fighters, his whole fleet, and he wound up losing everything, and I wound up with the cruiser left. They attacked Vichy. They also moved into El Alamein, and then they took over Tunis, and then of course they do their standard moves down here because there's really basically nothing down here to prevent them, stopping them. So till the Commonwealth good. So then the Commonwealth went. Commonwealth has put a couple guys on that British transport, brought their transport down here to land here, bought a fighter, a tank, and an infantry, and placed them in South Africa. Basically around here didn't do much, just consolidating the planes around, but then I just took 1 transport with 1 guy and Java for the extra 2 points. I don't know how long I'll have it, but you never know. So France, of course, they had French Indochina. They're not Vichy. They moved down the Transjordan just to move, and they're consolidating a little bit over here. The rest of the guys stayed up there. Russia, now that I'm at war, Germany will probably be hitting me soon, so I just pulled back to consolidate a little bit in Leningrad and some in the Ukraine, or down here in Ukraine. Bought a bunch of infantry, basically. Consolidated a little bit on that front, see what Japan's going to do. So that's it. Very interesting. Turn 1. I went by and kept all the casualties just to give you an idea of like how lopsided it was a little bit. But these are the casualties for the Axis, and these are the casualties for the Allies. The Axis wound up losing a total of, the total was the Axis wound up lost 217 IPCs, 12 from the pro-Axis guys, 87 from Germany, and 118 from Italy, which is almost going to be impossible for them to make up for a long time. They lost their whole fleet except for 2 transports. So, but it's something he had to try to do. Don't worry about it. I mean, the British have lost basically their whole fleet too. So, yeah. The Allies, they wound up losing a total of 267 IPCs. But they're in a lot better shape to rebuild a lot quicker. I mean, for their pro-allies, they lost 15. That was basically Yugoslavia. The French lost to 97, which is standard. The Soviet Union wound up losing 8 IPCs. They lost 2 cavalry from Mongolia. And then the United Kingdom lost 149 IPCs on the first turn. I mean, most of it was their fleet. I mean, they lost an infantry, artillery, tank, and 2 fighters, but that was, the fleet is kind of gone. So like I said, the Allies lost 269. The Axis lost 217 on the first round. Powers to buy, I added that up too. So on turn 1, the Allies had 168 IPCs to spend. The Axis had 68 to spend. So that's 100 right there. And when you only lost a difference of, 52? That's not good. But on turn 2, the Allies are going to have 188 with bonuses to spend. The Axis is only going to have 136 from what I can figure to spend. So it is very heavily Allied at the beginning. And it's going to be interesting. So, your thoughts on, it's just our thoughts, and we're play testing and trying it out. And, this is going to be the map for Atlanta. This is going to be the setup for Atlanta. So, so good. I'll give you an overview when we get down to turn 2. All our moves are on YouTube. For mine, it's on Rommel's, and for Commander Ironside, it's on his. And I think he's going to be doing a playlist or something. But it's all open. We didn't do anything private. We're just having a fun game. We'll try things out and let you guys see what's going on. So, all right. Over here on the chart, like I said, Chinese got, at the end, they got 11. Italy is 17. Commonwealth is 19. Japan's 34. Russia's 38. Germany's 41. Britain is 42. And Americans are 55. So, of course, France, we didn't even put them on the board. So, and now we're going to be starting turn 2. So, all right. This is a good overview. Leave your comments and everything on there. So, there you go.